Right, hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the 2022 FIFA World Cup draw. Now, you probably heard us in the background where I forgot to put my mic on, but now here we are. I've now got it on, and here we are. And poor Adam and Miranda had to witness that moment. Miranda works in radio, and I'm sure she was devastated to see me pull off that. But oh well. Adam is actually, you've got a week off also. You work in schools, don't you, Adam?
Oh, more than a week, mate. More than a week.
Is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks and a day.
Oh.
2 weeks and a day.
And a day. That's all right. Anyway, we're here for the FIFA World Cup draw. It's supposed to. Hopefully, we'll find out in the next 4 to 8 hours who England will get at the World Cup. So there's 32 teams. 29 have qualified. We're waiting to find out for the final 3. We'll talk about that in a bit. The pots are on the screen right now, so England are in pot 1. But anyway, straight away, let's start off with Adam. Are you excited?
Oh, bit nervous.
Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. I always get nervous around this time of year.
I was going to say,
For everything in general.
I mean, how do you feel about it, Miranda? Because this is, for once, I feel like we're going into a draw where we've had 2 very good major tournaments recently. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's one of those where I don't know.
I feel really excited. I'm not really that nervous. I mean, obviously, there are a couple of teams we don't want to get, but I'm sort of like, what happens, and then confident in the squad at the moment. I'm quite excited.
Yeah.
But I've been looking through the squad today, and I've been trying to think, like, except for Harry Kane, who have we got as a forward striker?
Yeah, actually.
Who would we really? No, Saka. No,
Miranda must show
Saka's a winger.
name she's got on the t-shirt.
Saka's a winger.
Yeah.
Who have we got as an out-and-out forward who would replace Harry Kane?
Could you try Grealish in that position potentially?
You can't say Bamford because Bamford's not world-class level, in my opinion.
I think Bamford would have to go, though. In terms
He'd have
of
to go.
substitute, yeah. I don't
But
know.
in my opinion, I can't see him being that sort of player.
Yeah.
To go. And I think we're lacking in that area.
I don't rate Raheem Sterling, so I won't be putting him forward as a candidate for that, I'm afraid.
It's been said.
Oh, dear.
Amanda's just made sure, instead of this being about the draw, we're just going to talk about Sterling for the next hour or 2. But, I mean, we'll talk more about England in a bit, I'm sure. But yeah, this is the thing. I mean, you know, despite what happened at the Euros, Miranda, at the end of the day, we got to a final. First time since '66 in a major tournament. So the only concern I had when we lost that final was to think that we've now got to play in Qatar for the World Cup. And obviously the conditions will be tough. It'll be very hot out there. Even during winter time in Qatar, it'll be very warm. But, you know what, when I think about it more, why not? Why can't we get there again? You know, they've got the experience.
Yeah, I'm confident in this squad, and I think they'll do well. And look, maybe lacking in that forward, that might be something that we have to work on. But I don't see where we can't. And I think, to bring this up, and sorry to do this, I don't think the final was completely fairly refereed. And I think there were maybe a couple of incidences that went against us that potentially wouldn't have done under someone else or in different circumstances. But hopefully the lads won't let that set them back, and they're confident, they're young, and I think they'll do well.
Actually, yeah. Are you thinking of the Saka Kalini moment? Funny enough.
Who? What happened?
I don't know. Some guy. Actually, we can have our moment now and laugh and eat pizza over the fact that North Macedonia beat Italy so that they didn't go to this World Cup. So.
I know.
Yes, yeah.
My brother sent me that final goal. It was
it's a great goal. It was a great. I love it how it was just the player just went, I've got no legs left. It's the last minute of the game. Boom! What a goal.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
Who are Italy again? I've never heard of them.
It feels like a long time ago, though, doesn't it, that final?
Yeah.
It just don't know why. It just does. But like, oh well, that's what happened. Sadly, we didn't win. But hopefully, they can regain from it and fight back from it and do it this time in the Qatar World Cup. So we'll go through the pots. So if anyone didn't know how the World Cup draw works, so basically it's separated by 4 pots. This is down to the FIFA ranking. So apart from Qatar, the hosts get to be automatically in pot 1 and at the top of the pot because they'll be playing the opening game. So when you watch the draw in a bit, folks, they will draw out Qatar first as the home team for the opening game, and then whoever comes out after them will be the team that plays them in the opening game, yada, yada, yada. So in pot 1, we've got Qatar, Belgium, Brazil, France, Argentina, ourselves, England, Spain, and Portugal. So tough group, but obviously, luckily for us English, we don't have to deal with any of them in the group stages. So these are the teams that we could get in the group stages. So pot 2 includes Denmark, Netherlands, Germany, Mexico, USA, Switzerland, Croatia, and Uruguay. I nearly got mixed up with Homer Simpson's analogy of "you are gay." Pot 3 has Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea, and Tunisia. And then pot 4 is Saudi Arabia, Ecuador, Ghana, Cameroon, and Canada. But we don't know who is coming through between Australia and United Arab Emirates versus, I think it's Peru. And then the other matches are New Zealand versus Costa Rica, followed also by the Europe playoffs of Ukraine or Scotland taking on Wales, which we should find out in the summer. So, Adam, am I right to think that you've kind of looked at the best case and the worst case scenario for England?
I did. I'm just trying to find it.
And now he's lost it.
And now I've lost it.
It's going well today, isn't it?
It is. It's been
it's going well
absolutely
today.
brilliant.
I was trying to find it. Right, hold on. He's going on his mobile to try and find it. Best case and worst case. Come back to me in a bit, please, lads.
Well, I mean, Miranda, the one team we could get that everyone keeps talking about is Germany.
Yes, obviously not ideal, but
No.
I think we'd stand quite a good chance against Germany, and you know, maybe if we're going to end up facing them at some point, probably, aren't we?
Wow, yeah, and we did beat them convincingly at the Euros. Like that was a good game. Adam, have you found it?
I have found it. The worst case scenario would be England, Germany, Senegal, and Canada. The best case scenario would be England, USA, Tunisia, and Saudi Arabia.
Funny enough, we had Tunisia in the group stages at the last World Cup, which England won on the last minute from Harry Kane. So that wasn't an easy game. In terms of worst case scenario, who knows from that? But I do find it interesting, Adam, how they say that Canada would be the best team of pot 4. This is their first World Cup since 1986. They qualified the other day. They beat Mexico and USA in the group, which never happens. It's normally Mexico or USA that top the group and then the rest follows. Looking at pot 3, though, Senegal, they won the Africa Cup of Nations earlier this year when Mane beat Salah, who still can't find him since that final back in February. You got Japan as well. There's some good teams there. I think either way you look at it, Miranda, it's a World Cup. At the end of the day, I don't think we've actually got a World Cup where any team can be disrespected, if that makes sense.
No, and we all like an underdog, don't we? And it'll be interesting because I sort of think we won't go out to the bigger teams. We'll lose our nerve against some of the smaller ones, perhaps being too cocky. That's my fear more than getting drawn against someone like Germany.
Yeah. I mean, if you were Gareth Southgate, would you want tough teams in the group, or would you want to deal with all that if you get out of the groups and come the knockout stages?
I'd want the tough teams early.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
I was going to say, because I'm trying to remember our last World Cup because in our last World Cup we had Tunisia in the group, Panama, which we beat like 5-1. That's when we all thought it was coming home. That was a great
It
day.
nearly did.
I was very drunk that day. I was at a cricket match watching that on a big screen on the side of the pitch, and I thought we're going to win the World Cup. We've beat Panama 6-1, people. And then what was the other team we had? Oh no, we lost to Belgium in the groups, I remember. But it was the fact that in the run up to that semi-final, the draw just seemed to work out for us, Adam. We didn't really have. We had Sweden, but then we had Colombia as well. Colombia we had on penalties at the end. But I remember when we beat Colombia on penalties, I think we all realised that we should beat Sweden and at least get to the semis. But we were so close from reaching a final. But if you think about it, this time from the Euros, we had Germany and Denmark and Ukraine. Okay, a bit of a mixed bag there, but at the end of the day, all we could do is beat those that are in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, we've also got to remember the balancing act of what we've got, because obviously our squad is a certain set squad that we take with us.
Yeah,
and what we have is gonna have a toll, and especially in Qatar, the heat is going to take an effect. So we've got to have a deep squad to say, yeah, okay, you're knackered, but have we got somebody to replace him in that area?
Yeah,
who's going to be good enough to take on over, say, Phil Foden, who's an absolutely amazing player. Have we got somebody to replace Phil Foden?
yeah.
I wouldn't say Jack Grealish is good enough to replace him in that area.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about England then. So, what do you think, Adam, would get England the chance of winning that World Cup? Because I do believe in the scenario of we've been in two very good major tournaments recently. We've gone out there, nearly won the Euros. We're one game short of reaching a World Cup final. What would you say? Because if I was preparing this tournament, you want Gareth Southgate to have everything covered.
Yeah.
Don't you? You know, as you say, it's about depth, and you make a good point. If Kane was injured or couldn't make a game, what do we do? So, how can England actually be considered one of the main favourites if they're not at the moment?
Well, there are players out there.
Tough question, wouldn't it?
It's a tough question, a very tough question to answer. And there are players out there that you could introduce them to the squad. I'd like to see Man City's centre attacking midfielder, the new lad. Trying to think of his name. What's the? Is it Palmer?
You got me thinking.
I'm lost as well.
Quite a youth lad, youth player.
Oh, I don't know. If we talk about youth, I have no idea.
He's a youth player. Plays quite a few games. I was quite glad to see him. Just started playing for the first team now. Quite recently.
Yeah, but does that not concern you about experience though?
No, because I think he's got the experience. He's starting to get it under Pep. I think he's got moving around that area. I disagree with Raheem Sterling. I think he's decent. Jude Bellingham, I'd have him.
Bellingham, yeah, I'll be surprised if he's not at this World Cup.
I'd set him in midfield. If we can get,
do you think Bellingham could be our main man in midfield?
Possibly.
Which is mad to think, and he's 18 years old. You know, it's crazy.
Him and Declan Rice, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd be tentative on Mount, to be honest. I wouldn't start him. I think he's a key. I think he's one of the key reasons why we didn't win the Euros.
Who? Sorry.
Mount. Because he's not strong enough in that midfield area. He's always losing it, and he's the reason why Phillips was always picking up those yellow cards and making those challenges when he didn't need to. because he was losing the ball in the midfield area.
Also, do you think? I mean, is there any other departments where you think we're struggling? Like, do you think maybe defensively we are? Because I mean, it wasn't nice to see the other night Harry Maguire get those boos at Wembley when we were playing Ivory Coast. But does that represent
No, but I
how
don't think
everyone
it helped
feels
that
about
Harry
it?
Maguire picked up an injury the game beforehand,
Yeah.
practically. So, and
But is it-
also
is it-
same
but-
with
but-
John
but-
Stones as
But I
well.
don't understand what are they booing him for? This was a man that was our rock solid centre back at the Euros.
Yeah.
I don't
I
get
think
it.
him and John Stones have got a partnership.
Exactly.
So you've got to have him and John Stones together.
Absolutely. The
So if
chemistry
him
is
and
strong.
John Stones aren't together, you've got to find a new partnership.
Yeah.
Centre backs have a partnership. And if you don't have that partnership, your defence are going to crumble.
I mean, Miranda, you're not Sterling's biggest fan, as you've mentioned. But in all fairness, he did score some goals at the Euros.
He did, and he's great at putting balls in the back of the net. But I feel like everything has to be set up for him, and he doesn't do an awful lot of setting up himself. And there are probably other players that we could rely on to sort of bang something in the back of the
In
net
all due
who would be
fairness,
able
though,
to set
in
up.
all due fairness, is that not what a winger does?
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like sometimes there was a couple of games, I think perhaps it was against Ukraine in the World Cup, where in situations where he could have passed to someone and they could have scored, and he sort of tried to go it alone, and just to get another goal on the sheet. And I felt in that situation, wouldn't we have been better to work on a partnership for getting goals than sort of him wanting to up his total? I feel like he's not a team player when it needs to be done. Yes, he's great at scoring goals up close when they've been set up for him, and that is part of his role. But I want more from him in supporting the rest of the team, and I don't feel like I get that from him.
I think now, especially with Sterling now, I'd be more hesitant passing to, with Grealish. I'd have less faith in him.
He's not had a good season, has he, Grealish?
He's not had that great season, so I wouldn't.
But I think Grealish
Southgate,
works for
I wouldn't
Southgate.
take him.
Oh no! I think that's too soon, surely, because
I don't think he has made that bigger impact against the better teams.
Yeah, but
I don't think he's there. Not for me.
I think with Grealish, he'll go either way. But when you look back at some of the goals from the Euros, it was either him or Luke Shaw that set up most of the goals, and I do think that's why Grealish probably works under Southgate. If you actually remember all the goals that England scored at the Euros, they're all simple crosses. It was
but
like
if it was between
football.
if it was a choice between Jude Bellingham or Jack Grealish, who would you take?
Between Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bellingham.
exactly.
I would definitely
Wouldn't
take
you?
Bellingham. You had to bring that question to me, didn't you? Put me right in it. Brilliant. I mean, it's a tricky one. I mean, in terms of strikers, who have we got out there, apart from Kane, though?
This is what I asked you beforehand. Who have we got?
Because I know Rashford is okay. He's not a striker. He plays more on
Rashford.
the side.
You can't say Rashford is a striker. Let's be honest.
No,
after the season he's had this year.
No, he might not even make the
Mason
World Cup.
Greenwood's in chains at the moment, so he's not having the best of season, is he?
God.
So.
I mean, I actually completely forgot about him, to be honest, Adam. But okay, I was a bit random.
You can't put him on there.
No.
So.
I mean, we won't say why, but I'm sure most people know why. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are we at the point where we're relying on Foden to take on that role if we're desperate?
I feel like we do, yeah. Because he does score goals, doesn't he? He can score some absolute worldies as well when you need it. He did one for City the other day against Southampton in the Cup. But it's crazy. Like, I feel like we've known Foden for ages and Bellingham for ages, and then when you Google how old they are, you think, "Oh, good God,
They're younger than me."
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing, isn't it? It is just crazy how younger these footballers are getting. That are actually, they could take quite a bit of responsibility, Miranda, not just on the pitch, but they come from a world where it's all social media as well. Wherever they go, whatever they do, they get tracked everywhere. It's crazy.
They are, but I think perhaps I'm the perfect person, being an Arsenal fan, to tell you that a young team can work really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done wonders for us, so maybe that would work well with the England squad. You've got the older players with a little bit of advice, but maybe those fresh legs and that folly of youth and that lack of, I guess, being scared might do them really well.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, not Mark Lawrence, and Alan Hansen once said, you can't win anything with kids, and how wrong he was from the Man United class of '92. So
and Smith Rowe's in the squad now.
He is, yeah.
He is, yeah. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I quite like that.
He was quite nice. Smith Rowe said, didn't he? When he got the England call up, I think he ran downstairs to tell his mum, which was quite a nice
so
moment.
Cute. Yeah, it's also the fact that he's £1 million earning footballer and he still lives with his mum. How can you not love him?
Well, we don't know what house they live in. It could be a massive mansion, but no.
It could, but he still wants to live with his mum. Like, I guess there's that sort of assumption that footballers are the sort of people who go out on the town every night, booze it up, bring loads of ladies back, and there he is running downstairs to tell his mum.
Bet you the mum's there going, get home for 12 o'clock.
No, you get...
He's got a curfew, I bet.
I think you lot are getting mixed up with rock stars. Anyway, it looks as though the draw is going to start in about 5 minutes. It's just all talks. Everyone's talking. We're all waiting pretty much for the action to take place. No one has ever seen it so much more exciting of someone unscrewing a ball and then taking a piece of sheet out to tell you which team is in that ball. I've never been so excited in my life, folks.
Such exciting stuff, this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know. The one thing I forgot to mention from these pots is, as well, because there's so many UEFA teams in it, the most teams from that federation out of all the federations that are involved in this World Cup draw, we can only have 2 UEFA teams per group. It can't be more than 2. I can't remember how they determined that, but in case anyone's wondering, England can only get teams that are in either pot 2, pot 3, or pot 4. But once we've had a UEFA team with us in the group, we can't have any more from UEFA. So just so everyone's aware. So I tell you what, if anyone wants to do their predictions now, I might share it on the live chat page. I'm going to share you my prediction of who will get in the group. So I'm going to write it down, Jamie's prediction. And I'm going to go for, I really want England to get Mexico. So I'm going to put that in, just because Mexico are my second team. England group.
Surely you wouldn't want them to get Mexico then, in case they knocks the other one out.
But then I can buy a half and half shirt.
A half and half shirt is not a thing.
Wouldn't you have to cut one in half and then stitch together?
Well, no, I'll just cut it out and cut both shirts out, and then I'll just go up to my mum and go, can you sew this for me?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she'll be dead, please.
She'll probably wonder why on earth has family blood gone all the way back to Mexico. But anyway, looking at... So I want Mexico. From pot 3, I'm going to say South Korea. And then pot 4, give me Wales / I'll tell you what, we'll put Wales / Scotland / Ukraine, since we don't know the outcome of that just yet. So that is my England group prediction. Adam, let me ask you for yours.
Oh, I'm going to go for, England.
No, good. That's a good start.
I want to have the big boys in there. I want to have the big boys in there because I want to get them out of the way first, so we don't have them in there.
So who do you want from pot 2?
So I'm gonna go Germany.
Yeah.
Oh. Come back to me. Come
think-
back to me.
you know what,
Let me have a thing.
You know what? Burgoyne is absolutely spot on in the live chat page about you, Adam. He says, it's nice to see a stream with two incredibly talented pundits in Jamie and Miranda. Then there's Adam.
Right.
That
You know
sums it
what?
up.
Jamie Burgoyne, I'm going to have you. I'm going to come down to Shrewsbury. I'm going to have you.
Well,
I know where you live, Burgoyne.
Death threats on YouTube. Very, very refreshing. Right. I'll tell you what, I'll ask for Miranda's then, since Adam is too pathetic to...
Right, I'm going to go Croatia.
Oh, all right, so revenge after that World Cup.
Well, potentially.
Yeah.
But if we get them out of the way, then
Yeah,
that'd be a good
yeah.
one. So I'm going to go Croatia. I'm going to go Japan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Canada.
Canada.
I'm gonna
I
go
do
for
like
Wales.
that group. I do like that group. That's I've got a soft spot for Japan, so it'd be cool to play Japan.
I'm gonna go for Wales, and then I'm going to go for Canada.
Wait,
Who was your first one?
Wales and
First one
Canada
was
in
Germany.
pot 4. Adam, Wales and Canada are in the same pot if Wales come through.
Oh,
Well, actually, you're forgetting as well, Adam. We can't get Wales because that would be another UEFA nation if you've got Germany in it already.
Yeah.
wow.
Bloody hell, Adam.
Oh well.
The draw won't
It's not
so
going
nice.
well
to
today,
predict.
is it?
No,
No.
not going well today, is it? I'll have Brazil.
What? When Brazil are in pot 1, we can't get Brazil.
Well, you know what? We can now. We can now.
I'll tell you what, I could put it in, Adam, but you might be wrong.
It's physically impossible, but if you feel it in your heart, Adam, that it's going to happen, a ball's going to be dropped, something's going to go wrong.
It's like,
Let's write it down. I'll tell you what, though, I'll put a tenner on it not happening.
Will Smith went up in the Oscars, didn't he, the other day? So you never know.
what are you telling me that if someone's not happy about the draw, they'll go up on stage and slap the president? Is that what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he still got the Oscar for it, so I mean, everybody wins.
That would be like getting slapped and then Qatar still winning the World Cup, wouldn't it?
Oh man. Well, anyway, Adam, Adam, I'll put in Brazil and Wales for you, and then just remind everyone that that's his prediction. So Adam's England group prediction: England, Germany, Brazil, Wales.
We're safe, Jamie. We're not going to come last in our predictions now.
No,
Very possible.
not possible. So we actually are winners. But it will be funny if any of us get this right. I think we should be putting a 5 on it if anyone gets it right. But anyway, we did do a sweepstake for the Euros, and it has been very competitive in our WhatsApp group chats. But sadly, Miranda, you've had some terrible teams, haven't you?
I always get drawn the worst teams, and I would like to put myself forward to do the draw instead this time, Jamie, because I feel like it's fixed. If I'm honest.
Okay, then. Right then, I've got them all. Do you want me to do a proper one now?
Oh God, I've just posted.
Oh, he's changing his mind now.
Hang on, let me write it up. Adam's group, England group prediction. Oh, you're terrible.
I am terrible, aren't
I?
I?
Go on.
England,
Obviously.
Netherlands.
Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, Netherlands would be cool.
Then we'll have Japan,
Yeah.
and then we'll have Wales, because I like a good derby.
So are you saying that Wales will win their playoffs then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been on the fence with mine, saying.
Just because Bale's getting back in a bit of form, so I think.
I think he always was. I just don't think Real Madrid like him.
No, I think he just decided to go for a bit of golf. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Real Madrid didn't like him. Tottenham didn't like him. It's not looking good.
No, he just had a golf break. That's what it was.
Yes, he's had a golf break. Well,
I'll ring
anyway.
into work on Monday and say I'll be off for a few years.
Yeah. Playing a bit of golf.
Well, anyway, we're just moments away, folks, which we've been saying for the last 45 minutes. But we appreciate you tuning in, and do get in touch on the live chat page. Who do you think will win the World Cup? We did put out a poll, which YouTube polls only give you 4 options, but I thought let's put France, Brazil, and Argentina in. And actually, we've got more votes under other.
I'd have gone for Belgium.
Really?
Yeah.
Are Belgium even? Are they there? Yeah, of course they are.
Belgium
What am I
aren't
saying?
there.
I've completely forgotten about Belgium.
you panicked me there.
Oh no, Belgium are in pot 1 though, aren't they?
Belgium, yeah, they can't get England in the group stage.
Yeah, but I think they'll win.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's funny, Miranda. They've had the golden generation for the last 8 years, but they've never won a major tournament with it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
not more of a bronze generation.
Well, they did. Actually, you're right.
Get
they
it?
finished-
Because they came first.
Because they came third at the last World Cup. Well said, my boy. They're just showing the Germany-Brazil game from 2014. What a game that was. Germany getting 7 past Brazil. Who'd have thought? Actually, there's a scenario for you. Adam, you know when things aren't supposed to happen, but it does happen. But, you know, like your prediction before.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm just going to...
What happened before?
Let's not go there. I'm going to just get the Wikipedia page up because it'll tell me exactly which venues England will play in once they do this draw while we go live with it. So, and of course, let's not forget, folks, in the group draws, the groups next to each other. So Group A, for example, whoever wins Group A goes up against the runners-up of Group B, and the winners of Group B go up against the runners-up of Group A. So whichever group we're next to, we have a big involvement with them if we go through to the last 16. Oh, finally, the cameras are inside the wherever it is in Qatar. And as you'd expect, they're doing anything for sponsorship reasons, as always. My word, that World Cup's a little bit bigger than it should be.
I love the fact that World 11 hasn't got any England players in it. Yet we were in the semi-finals of the European thingy.
You know what I've learned what I've learned from Southgate's England though, is that why is there a kid with a cardboard cutout of the World Cup and then there's what am I watching? Deschamps has got the actual trophy and then you've got a kid with a card up cutout. It's so random. Oh dear. But yeah, I think what I do like about this England squad though, Adam, is that they are a team. It's not an individual team.
It's won by a team, not by individuals.
Yeah.
Try telling Raheem Sterling that.
I mean, I guess as well, Miranda, with this World Cup coming up, this would help the likes of Sancho, Rashford, and Saka get over what happened in that penalty shootout.
You would hope so. It was a horrible, horrible situation to be in, wasn't it? And
yeah,
I'd obviously have preferred a clean loss to penalties. And I'm still really surprised Southgate picked Saka. Really surprised because, I mean, I think, well, I assume you know, don't know why, that obviously he hadn't even taken a penalty in the Prem, let alone on sort of an international stage.
Yeah.
So I was having him sort of been in that same situation, putting someone else through it. I was surprised. But yes, hopefully it gives them, they get back on the horse.
I mean, apparently Grealish said after that final he wanted to take one, but
And
he
and
never got.
Southgate said no.
Yeah, which I always thought that's kind of how penalties work. It just comes down to who wants to take the first 5, because normally it's
Yeah.
automatically 5 penalties, isn't it? So who
And
wants to take them?
Listen, we've been talking about strikers, and this is another thing. Where was Raheem Sterling when those penalties were to be taken?
Exactly. That's what I don't get.
Didn't he say that he wanted to take a penalty or something?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I heard Grealish said it, but
either way, as a manager, why are you not picking your striker to take a penalty?
But that's down to your manager, not down to your.
It is, but what I want to know, what made him say no to Sterling and yes to Saka?
Yeah,
I can't see logic in that. But
I mean, this is the problem I don't get.
That should be asking Southgate. We need to get Southgate on here.
Can you send the Zoom link to Southgate, please?
Yeah,
James,
he could be in Qatar right now, but that's let's get in touch with the FA. But that's what I don't get in modern day football. We don't see strikers take penalties. I mean, I'm seeing more goalkeepers take penalties than strikers in penalty shootouts now. Like, what? Why, Adam? You do a bit of coaching. Surely, have you ever had to deal with kids to ask who wants to take a penalty or?
Yeah, the idea and the logic behind it is a lot of people are told to take penalties all areas of the pitch. The ideas behind it is so if anybody gets injured or anything behind it, everybody everywhere can take a penalty.
Yeah.
If nobody can take a penalty, and you obviously come in your penalty shootout situation, and your defenders can't take a penalty, you're not going to win your penalty shootout, are you?
No.
So the idea is for every single person, whether you're young, old, whatever, can take a penalty. And if you can't put that ball in that back of that net, you shouldn't be on that pitch.
Do you think that there's too much thinking behind it? Because at the end of the day,
there is.
You are going up to a goal. You've just got to either pick a side. You just got to shoot it. Just don't kick it over the bar and just get it on target at least.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the time, a lot of managers, I shouldn't be saying this, a lot of managers say, hit the ball down the middle.
Yeah, you don't see it that often.
You don't see it very often. But if you hit the ball down the middle, because the keepers are afraid to stay still.
Yeah.
Because if they stay still, they're being shown as doing nothing. So they have to commit one way or the other. But if you blast it down the middle, then they've got to go one way, but they've got to go the other. And then it's just a challenge of the wits.
Yeah.
They just blast it straight down that middle. High, bang, in the middle. And they won't get it.
But I do think it was nice, Brandon, after sadly what happened to Saka and Rashford and Sancho online straight after that final, I think it was nice to see the likes of those three still get applauds, bigger applauds when they came back to the Premier League after that final, to just from fans to remind them, look, it happens, it's okay, sadly we had to lose that final, it's just the way it is. Because I think that's what really annoys me today. When you're a big show, you're a big name and stuff like that. If you make one little mistake, everyone just hates you. And I think we've got to be reminded that these people are humans at the end of the day.
I mean, for those three lads, obviously we can't underestimate how probably disappointed they were in themselves without needing everyone else to sort of weigh in and say they crushed the hope of the nation and all sorts of nonsense like that. And I mean, really, they did amazingly. All of those lads for England to get all the way to the final, having really struggled to get far in that competition for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it might have taught them a really valuable lesson that will make them better coming into this competition. Perhaps they'll take more risks, or perhaps they'll work on some sort of more conservative strategy. And We'll have to see how it affects them, but I don't think I'll ever be able to scrub that image of Saka crying on the pitch into Gareth Southgate's arms after the penalty.
I did kind of I remember that picture, and I remember seeing it the morning after, and I was a bit angry at the time, but I was more angry towards Southgate to go, well, that's what happens if you put a kid with no experience to take it. You know, I expect him to be the first man that he cries on his shoulders, at least, you know.
But also, like I said, Gareth Southgate having gone through something really similar at a young age, missing that penalty, I would have thought he'd maybe try and shield his team from that.
Yeah.
So I found that a bit frustrating, but maybe he thinks it's character building.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, who knows? We might forget about that shootout if we somehow win this World Cup. Who knows? But
I mean, I must admit, I have to give a clap to the FA and all that lot for all the, you know.
Oh, for dealing with the people.
Yeah, and nice to see that there were some people who received prison sentences.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, because some people, you know, joked at it and said, "Oh, they only got 30 days." I'm like, yeah, but this is the start. This is an example of this can happen. You know, whatever you put on the internet can come back and haunt you.
And also, 30 days, yes, not a lot, but that's something permanent then on your criminal record when you go for a job or anything like that. Then you'll have to say that you've done that, and there's sort of an embarrassment and a shame about that, hopefully, that will put people off.
And also 30 days in prison, you know, people think, oh, well, it's only 30 days, but, you know, it's prison, isn't it? You know,
it's still a long time.
It's still a long time, yeah.
It's not a mini break, is it?
No.
No.
So it's not somewhere I'm going to go and book for my holidays, you know.
Although, time off work without having to book holiday off.
You're thinking, oh, well.
And then you realise you leave the prison and go, oh, crap, I need a job. Well, anyway, with the draw, right, Jermaine Genius, I did not know was hosting the draw. That's a bit random. But we've got Carly Lloyd there as well, who was one of the best footballers in women's football. She retired from international football last year. She won multiple World Cups, multiple gold medals. So a very, very decorated women footballer. And, of course, early this week, we had the highest record attendance for a women's football match, over 91,000 at the new camp between Barcelona and Real Madrid in the Women's Champions League. I sadly won't remind Miranda that, I will, that Arsenal women lost last night against Wolfsburg. But in all fairness, Wolfsburg are a very good team, so it was going to go either way. But at least they can focus on the league, Miranda.
Thanks for that. A bit like Manchester United will be concentrating on when they don't get into Europe next year.
I had to put myself in for that. I knew that was going to be yeah.
Manchester United in Europe.
Get out of here.
Does it?
You know what?
It's exactly. They're not going to be in Europe.
Well, I'll say this now. I'll be amazed if we did. The amount of games in hand everyone has on us. But anyway. Tim Cahill's part of the draw. It's imagine putting. I mean, Tim Cahill was
Tim Cahill isn't part of the draw, is he?
Yeah. He's just come onto the stage.
You must be so ahead of me.
Oh no, I'm using because I'm watching on TV, so that means it's pretty much at that moment. I've learned when you stream off the internet, it is a bit delayed.
I'll tell you when Tim Cahill comes out for me.
And that's been at least 3 minutes. Then I'm joking. But Cafu's up there. Desailly, great French defender back in the 2000s. Who's that?
Oh, Tim Cahill's just come up now for me.
Oh God, you're miles behind then.
He's not appeared for me yet.
Oh no. So when I could have a bit of it's April Fool's Day. I could have a bit of fun with this.
Don't you have to do April Fools before 12 o'clock? Isn't
Where's
that the rule?
Where's that rule come
Tim
from?
Cahill!
There we go.
They're all slightly, one's ahead of the other.
Don't spoil the draw for me, Jamie.
I could have a bit of fun with this. And England have got Brazil. And the They're talking to a guy called Adel Ahmed who played for Qatar up until '92. Never heard
Are
of
they
him.
really though?
Well, I've no idea. Well, actually, I could joke about Qatar football, but they won the Asian Cup 3 years ago, which was a big surprise. Which is normally won by either Australia or Japan, but no, Qatar won that, so it was a good, preparation for them ahead of this World Cup. He's talking in a different language, so I need a translator. Come on, Adam, can you translate what he's saying?
I wish I could, but I'm just got Tim Cahill talking at the moment.
Oh, okay.
That's all I've got.
They're doing all this chatting. It's like, come on, get on with it. It's like they're asking each footballer on the stage, "How are you today?" Yes, I'm here to get paid a lot of money to pick a ball out from a bowl, and tell you which country will play who. But anyway, let me see if there's any messages on the live chat while we wait. We have Liam Mahoney. I do apologize if I've pronounced that wrong. Mahoney, is that it? He says, "Here we go. It's draw. It's time for the draw." Yeah, yep, it is.
Get only an hour in.
Yeah. We've been streaming for nearly an hour. I didn't realise it would be this long till they actually started. Well, they haven't actually started yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're not even there yet.
I do
Oh
apologise.
no, my stream stopped.
Hey?
Oh, I'm going to be behind.
It looks like we're bringing
again.
out the entire cast of Coronation Street before we get this draw done.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And with EastEnders as well. Who here watches Corrie?
I used to.
I mean, I do. Am I the only one? Oh, okay.
Sorry,
See-
Jamie, it's just you.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Just you now.
God,
Do
I'm
you know
so
what it is?
cool.
I actually just don't have time. I'm such a busy person.
Fair enough. You do have early starts, as you said.
I am taking the mick. I'm not too good for TV shows. Don't worry. It's just spend my time watching Don't Tell the Bride repeats instead.
Did you tell
I
her?
spend my time watching Star Wars Mandalorian instead.
Great show, but only 16 episodes.
Yeah, but you watch it again.
Yeah, but you have hundreds of Don't Tell the Brides.
That's all right with shit TV.
They follow the same format. Groom makes bad decisions. Bride finds out what they are before the big day, then throws a strop and says if he's made these decisions, she doesn't want to marry him. It's perfect.
But
love,
Grogu.
I must admit, the one that's always made me very well, like, this is a thing, is it Love... no, not Love It... No, what's
Married at First Sight.
That's the one, yes. I watched that once, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
It's such funny things happened. There was one I was watching the other day where he walked up, he was at the top of the aisle and this lady walked up and he was like, "Oh my God, you're beautiful. I can't wait to marry you." And she went, "I'm the bridesmaid."
That's amazing.
That's brilliant.
That is brilliant. I mean, I'll never... it's such a bizarre show, but it is a thing, you know. People do get married to someone they've not met. It's absolutely bizarre.
Should have said, "I'm the sister."
I've always wanted to get the man's reaction, and if their face isn't great, they're literally like, "Oh God, I've signed the contract already." Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, so those are the pots there. We're gonna move
Well, I've
over
not
to-
got the pots. I'm just stuck on a thingy saying Qatar at the moment. I'm not happy at the moment.
Are you
not-
just rearranging them so England can draw against France, Italy, and Italy are back in the World Cup? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm a bit worried because I'm wearing an Apple Watch right now, and it gives me notifications the moment something happens. So I'm worried that this will tell me the draw before it comes through my TV screen. But
This is
I
what
might
I've
just take
got
it
at
off.
the moment. I've got that stuck on my screen.
It just says Qatar.
It says Qatar. Thanks very much, BBC.
Mine's still going, but it is about an hour behind everyone else's.
Right then, I think finally they're gonna get. Come on. Let's at least. I'll stop talking, Genus. Let's get on with it. Oh, Genus.
He's genius.
My brother calls him Genus the Penis. I got nothing wrong with him. I'm just amazed a guy with no trophies in his career has done so well as a pundit. But anyway, we'll leave that behind.
Have you seen, actually, speaking of pundits who've done well, have you seen Ian Wright's TikTok?
I love Ian Wright. Yeah,
it's amazing.
I love Ian Wright. He is the people's champion in terms of punditry.
When Arsenal got back into the top 4, he just recorded himself with a video with a nan scarf wrapped around his head driving his Range Rover.
I saw that, yeah.
No context at all.
Well, Cafu's just had the biggest smile there, opening up the ball that everyone knew was going to come out first, and that was Qatar, being, of course, in Group A, and will be in the
Was that
game.
rehearsed, do you reckon? They make sure Qatar comes out first. Or execute Order 66 on you all.
No, do you want to know why? It's because the ball is a different colour than the others.
All right.
Yeah, and it's been given A1, so that means they are the top team of Group A, and they'll play the opening game. So what I'm going to do is, folks, I was meaning to get this up. I'll get it up now, the venues and all that, so I can tell you exactly where England will be playing for any of you England fans that plan to go for the World Cup this winter.
Or summer, if you're going to Qatar.
Yeah. Oh, England have got the first one. So England are in Group B. So we're the first one out of Pot 1 after Qatar. But which slot will they get? It will either be B1, B2, B3, or B4. Who will it be? Wait a minute. What are they doing here?
Jamie!
Well, they've given us B1 as well. I'm not sure why we've got an automatic B1 there, but okay.
Are they taking us out and putting Italy in instead now?
Pot
Your prediction's looking likely, Adam.
Pot 1, Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, England, Spain, Portugal.
Argentina in Group C.
Qatar. Are all being drawn first, it says here.
So this means that England will have to deal with any teams that come out of Group A after, if we get through, that is. So Argentina, so far, I'm updating the groups for you folks watching at home. So don't worry, you don't need to get it on your screen anywhere. We'll keep you covered. While Miranda and Adam are just daydreaming since they are miles behind.
No, I've got it on Sky here. So Argentina's in Group C.
Yep.
See. I've got it on Sky. Good old Sky. Better than BBC.
I just love Cafu's smile. He's so happy. So France have been given Group D.
Oh, I haven't got that
It looks
yet.
as though all the teams in Pot 1 get given the first spot of each group automatically because they're using a red ball for those.
Hey, I'm in Sky. Sorted.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, France has been given Group D.
Very exciting. Deschamps is looking on the screens nervously. He hasn't been given any teams yet, and he's like, oh, God, I can't watch. Oh, here we go. Who's this? Group E is just about to be revealed. Spain.
Espanol, yeah.
They're a dark horse, aren't they, I think, for this World Cup, Adam?
It depends on how they play on the day, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Luis Enrique's been linked to the Man United job, but some say he would probably stay on with Spain until... Well, I don't think he'll get the United job anyway, but if that was to happen, he'll probably take the job after the World Cup.
I think Portugal could surprise you as well, you know.
I don't think they will. I don't think they're very good.
If they don't play Cristiano Ronaldo.
Get out. So Belgium, Miranda's team to win the World Cup have got Group
Who?
Eh?
Who? Who's that?
Is Roberto
Belgium.
Martinez still the manager
Yeah,
of
he
Belgium, Adam? I thought he left.
No, I think he is.
Oh, I thought
I'll
he left.
double check that. I'll double check
Well, he's
that.
just been shown on the screen, so I'd imagine so.
I thought Belgium was the bronze one, wasn't it?
Oh, I've written my groups wrong here. It just shows how bad I'm doing it today.
Am I the only one behaving properly on the stream today? Honestly,
I think so, yes. And I was the one who invited you both. This looks bad for me.
I was gonna say it shouldn't be on the last person to save it.
Brazil next. Brazil next.
Yeah, they've been given Group G. Right. Come on, I want to get pot 1 done because it's just separating them from groups at the moment. So that means Portugal will be in Group H.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it's not looking too bad for England. I know it's only been pot 1, but we could.
You're jinxing us.
I know.
Yeah. But then again, there's only been one team actually drawn. So it's like saying, oh, you know what? We'll take the one team. We'll just have ourselves, facing ourselves in our own little group.
I'm just glad the draw hasn't. I'm just glad their draw hasn't been messed up yet, because that wouldn't look good, would it? Because if they mess this draw up, they'd have to restart again, and we'd be here for another 6 hours. So pot 1's done. So just a reminder then, Group A is Qatar, Group B England, Group C Argentina, Group D is France, Group E Spain, Group F Belgium, Group G Brazil, and Group H Portugal, which already looks quite exciting to see that, who knows, maybe Brazil and Portugal could face each other in the last 16. Lotte Matthias looking very happy, picking up a ball from his pot. He now gets to do his bit for the draw. Who's going to go in Group A with Qatar? Oh, Netherlands.
Ooh.
Netherlands weren't at the last World Cup, were they? They didn't qualify, so their last World Cup was...
I quite fancy Netherlands.
I feel like you keep changing your mind.
I know I do, but I always change my mind.
And
You're
are
not a
you
betting
going?
man.
I'm Mr. Undecided.
Are you going for England now, drawing Cameroon just 3 times for the rest of their group?
Yeah, why not? No, I might go for Uruguay.
So Netherlands are in A4. Right, who's joining England in Group B? Let's find out.
I'm finding out from you now. My streams have broken.
Oh, we got America.
Isn't that best case scenario?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Oh, I want us to get Mexico. Oh, well.
You'll survive.
All the people try to be getting over Trump's massive wall to get them watch the match, weren't they?
Well, I mean... Oh, no. Carly Lloyd smiling on stage since she's from America, discovering that she'll face Genius's England. Where are they going to go? They're going to go B3. So USA so far with England. So far,
Who
so
else
good.
is in the dream scenario then? Tunisia.
Dreams can come true.
And Tunisia and... I can't remember who the other one was. Was it, I can't remember. You said it, Adam, didn't you? Oh, Mexico in Group C. Big news. I think Mexico, right, here's Mexico's brief history. 1994, last 16. 1998, last 16. 2002, last 16. 2006, last 16. 2010, last 16. 2014, last 16. 2018, last 16. Mexico never get that 5th game. They've just never got out of the last 16, bless them. So they always chant, one more game when they're at the World Cup.
Mexico's in Group C.
Yep. They've been given C3. So that means the opening game of Group C will be between Argentina and Mexico, and Argentina have knocked Mexico out of the 2010 World Cup and 2006 World Cup. Why I've got that pointless knowledge, I do not know.
Because you're pointless, Jamie.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Denmark are in Group D with France.
I tell you what, it's a good job I was temporarily muted then. I swore.
Well, it's all right. We're
I was
on
going to say,
YouTube.
flipping heck, Adam.
So Denmark are in Group D with France, and they'll get D3. And this is making my stream even worse because now my laptop needs charging. Oh, it's been one of those streams. Right, come on, charge it.
Unfortunately.
Germany joins Spain in Group E. Has that already been said?
I haven't said it, no, because I had to unplug my laptop so I could charge it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm having to switch channel now. It's now on BBC Two. God damn it. They always do that. They always have to switch channels. Right, I'm a bit behind. Where am I? Group E.
Which group are you up to? You up to Group E?
I'm on Group E, yeah. So they've
Germany joined Spain. Yeah.
Oh, Spain, Germany in the groups. That'll be a cracker. Croatia versus Belgium in Group F.
Woohoo!
I feel like I've forgotten that Miranda's English. I feel like she's from
I
Belgium.
haven't actually watched. I'm not actually watching anything on Zoom. I'm watching it on the Sky Sports thingy, and I'm really hoping nobody's actually doing anything inappropriate.
What?
What?
So I heard a woohoo like that.
And it's a noise. I'm not stripping in excitement.
Adam, what kind of woohoo
Yes,
does
Spain are
that?
in Group E. There goes my bra. It's like, what?
I'm so confused, Adam. What are you talking about? I'm worried about what you expect when someone says woohoo, Adam.
I was going to say, I'm worried what you think of me. If you think that's as simple as me just suddenly taking my clothes off.
It could have. It might have been me. He might have thought of me, which is if that's what you think, Adam. You know.
I was thinking of you then, Jamie.
See how a friend got you out of that just then.
Yeah.
I do apologise, Miranda. We do have some embarrassing people on that sport.
It's honestly fine, and thank goodness you pay me enough that I can put up with this.
Exactly. Wait, what? Damn! I didn't check the contract. Well, they've skipped Group G, haven't they? Oh no, it's Uruguay. Wait, yeah, they have.
Yeah, I've lost everything. I've lost.
Well, no, I'm looking at it where they've completely skipped Group.
I've gone to Croatia in Group F. And now I'm in Uruguay in Group H.
Yeah, but why have they skipped Group G? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's because Brazil can't have a country in their same federation since there's a lot less teams from South America. So that makes sense. So Uruguay in Group H with Portugal. So actually, Portugal got knocked out by Uruguay at the last World Cup. So revenge. they'll be hoping for at the group stages this time. We've got some killer games here, folks. We've got Spain and Germany in the same group, Belgium and Croatia in the same group, Portugal, Uruguay in the same group.
Yeah, Brazil move into groups G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switzerland against Brazil. So, pot 3, here we come. What do you think of the group so far, folks?
Exciting. I'm happy.
So pot 3 is beginning now. So this includes Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea, and Tunisia. I'm hoping Miranda's right about Japan. I would like to get Japan.
I've got a feeling in my bones.
Iran are in. So I'll tell you what, Group A is looking easy for Netherlands. They've got Qatar and Iran so far. Wish Garrett Lineker was hosting this. He used to host all these.
Should do it in his pants like he did when Leicester won the league.
Fair play to him.
It's hot. I've just come in my pants.
Fair play to him. He did that spot on. It was when there was people disappointed. I was like, what are you on about? He did it. Oh, sorry. Iran. Oh, Iran have got us in Group B. Oh. So we're not going to get Japan, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
I wonder why. Oh, because Iran can't be in the same group as Qatar, I don't think, because they're from the same federation.
Ah, so that ends up... Okay.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that there's more than just us.
We're the only ones that matter.
Yeah, exactly. So, Senegal... So, Senegal have just been selected. I think that's for Group A. Yeah, no constraint, says Genius. So they'll either, well, yeah, they'll pretty much.
He's genius. He is.
I've noticed he's getting a lot of work at the BBC. One show, Match of the Day, FIFA
you know
World
what?
Cup draw. It's so random.
The BBC have got such a habit at the moment of taking people from other shows and going, oh, do you fancy just like presenting all of our other ones? Like, all the Strictly Pros are presenting shows at the moment. They've nabbed a few football pundits. Have we not got any like actual presenters? You're just having to ask anyone that's employed by you. You're asking the flipping tech man next week.
Hey, they might ask you. Poland.
They wouldn't get that desperate.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure most of the viewers would agree with me. You've got the great voice for it.
Thank you. My dad always said I had a face for radio.
Your dad's a good man. Group C. Where has Adam gone? Adam's just disappeared.
I don't know.
Has he just? Have you fallen asleep?
He's got so bored of looking at our ugly mugs. He's off. Well, he can't even see yours, so it's just mine then.
Yeah. Poland in Group C with Argentina and Mexico. I tell you what, Miranda, England so far, they've got an all right group. Iran and USA.
It's going to plan somewhat.
Yes.
Let's not get too excited. Although, I suppose who are we looking at for pot 4? We've got, I suppose, the worst ones. I wouldn't really want Wales. And even though I guessed Canada, I don't want Canada.
Yeah,
I think we're through the worst of it now, really, aren't we?
I don't think we can get Canada just because USA are already there in terms of the region.
Yes. Yeah,
of
course.
I don't think we can get them.
And of course we wouldn't be able to get Wales because no, we wouldn't.
No, we could get a European team. We just can't have more than 2 European teams in the same group. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking Iran was in Europe. which it isn't.
Hey, folks.
Where
What I
have you
missed?
been?
There was an alarm going off, so I had to check see what's going on.
Right, so Serbia's
was
gone all the
it?
way to Group G. That's random.
What alarm was it?
It was my epilepsy alarm.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Don't know what it was on about.
Oh, I was worried that you were. As long as you're okay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
It was part of my prize pot that I was given to you, Jamie.
What?
But turns out, obviously.
Do you want me to say woohoo again to you?
No, please don't.
Group D. Who's this going to be? We've already had 2 European teams, so there won't be D4. That's Tunisia. Adam, what do you think of our group so far? It's not looking too bad.
It's not looking too bad.
We won't get. I don't think we'll get Canada either, as I explained to Miranda. We've already got USA from that region.
Although Iran might suit Iran. Qatar. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
The actual
Conditions
of it. So we might struggle against them.
Carlos Carreras was a coach there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Group
Does
E.
Thierry Henry still coach the French team?
He's actually been part of Roberto Martinez's setup, hasn't he?
Yeah.
In Belgium. I do like Thierry Henry.
Almost like that's why I picked Belgium to win.
Yeah,
not because Miranda's an Arsenal fan at all.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Sat with Saka written across my chest. Exactly. Why would I strip when I've got a Saka shirt on?
Exactly.
You're just a Saka fan, aren't you?
I am. I was.
Yeah.
An
Did you just
Aubameyang
say
fan.
soccer? I mean, you can get out just for saying that word, Adam.
An Aubameyang fan, but a kind
Let's talk soccer.
Actually, you joke about that. I've just set up a website called Let's Talk Soccer. No word of a lie. I'll send you a link in a bit. It's almost as if you knew, Adam. And I'm not actually. This is not scripted.
Two minds, think alike.
Japan have got Germany and Spain in Group E, and Morocco are going in Group F with Belgium and Croatia.
That Group E's looking exciting.
It is. I think, yeah. I tell you what, if Japan could get out of that group, that would be fantastic.
I don't think Japan will.
No, probably not, but who knows? They'll be underdogs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
South Korea, the last team in pot 3. So that is, of course, Son's team. He's no Ji-Sung Park, though, is he, Adam?
No. He's
Those
not
were
my
the days.
son. Ah.
Get out. So I think Korea can go in Group G. No, they can't. Sorry, Group H they'll go in.
Mm.
So that will mean they'll go H4. There we go then. So pot 4 to come. So we're into the last pot now, folks. Let me just quickly on the edge of our seats. So who can England last get? Let's quickly look at our pots.
Cameroon. We've ruled out Canada.
Mm.
Expecting. So
I mean, Cameroon. No. Yeah, well, I want Wales. Wales, bring on a home draw because we want to.
So IC playoff has just been picked. So IC playoff 1, that is United Arab Emirates, Australia, or Costa Rica. And they're going to go into Group D, apparently.
That will generally mean then that they won't have the two going to get back to back, won't it? So they won't have Wales going into England then.
Yeah. Wait, what's the next? Ecuador in Group A? Ecuador's just been picked. I'm just trying to figure out which group. Are they going to be our group or Group A? I think they're going to go into Group A. So I think we're avoiding even the best team from Pot 4, you know?
We could avoid that. That'll be great.
So yeah, Ecuador's going into Group A. So we've got Group A sorted. So that's Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. So Netherlands, on paper, should get out of that.
On paper being the key words there.
Whose paper?
I always thought they would say iPads these days.
You sound like such an old man.
Oh, hang on. I think have we got Saudi Arabia?
Oh, no.
I don't know if we can because Iran's in our group. Come on, Genus, what's going on?
Not so much of a genius. I will be reusing that over and over.
Have you noticed how angry he gets on Match Today when Tottenham have lost?
Yes, it's so funny.
Didn't he play for Newcastle as well?
He did. That's where he
So
started
shouldn't
out.
he have a soft spot for Newcastle now?
You got Anne Shearer in there, haven't you? From so
Yeah. Genius is your token Spurs.
Well, Shearer gets quite a lot of money at BBC. I think he gets nearly $1 million just for turning up on Match of the Day.
Sheesh.
Reese.
But does he turn up?
Well, I don't even know how to take that. Oh, I see playoff 2. Oh! No. Is this going in England's group? I think it is. So that means we'll either play New Zealand
Or Costa Rica.
or Costa Rica. Oh no, apparently it's going to Group E. Why can't they be in our... Oh, that's weird. So that's going in Group E.
Does Costa Rica class as middle of America, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Even though it's South America, maybe it's the same region? I don't know.
Spain and Germany, do you want me to...
So, right. So Group E is Spain. IC playoff 2, so that's New Zealand or Costa Rica, along with Germany and Japan. And the European playoff, I think that's going to be Group B. Oh, nice. So, Adam, your dream might be coming true. If Wales win the playoffs, they'll play England in the groups.
I'd love a
Or
home
Scotland, if they
Or
win.
Scotland, yeah.
draw. Or
So we
Scotland.
know.
Any sort of home draw.
Or
would be
Ukraine.
nice.
Or
Well,
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
not a home game.
'Cause that'd be nice just because, you know, they deserve to have some sort of success after what's been
I
happening.
mean, they need someone to cheer about, that is for sure. Who knows? They might do. I think you can't underestimate a team that has a lot to fight for.
Yeah.
So there we go then. So Group B, England, Iran, USA, and either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. Bring it on. That's not a bad group, that, Miranda, is it?
I'm really happy with that, actually, on the whole. I feel like we've got a little bit of a... I can't even think of the word. Excitement. But with it being potentially Wales or Scotland, there's that little bit of a UK derby sort of thing in there.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got someone to go up against with obviously the US and Iran, hopefully an easy win. I think, perfect mix, really.
I wouldn't say Iran would be an easy win. I think Iran would be the hardest out of the lot.
I feel like Iran would be like the Tunisia of our group from 4 years ago, where we will probably beat them, but they won't be an easy game.
I don't think we'll beat them. I think
Really?
we're going to underestimate the conditions that we're going to go into, and I think we're going to lose that game.
Samuel Eto's in the studio, he's in the arena. He's just found out that his country, Cameroon, are going to be in Group G with Brazil, Serbia, and Switzerland. So Brazil,
Have fun with that one.
yeah. Ghana. I think Ghana are going into Group H. So I think Canada are going into Group F. I'm not sure who the lady is called that's on the left of Jermaine Genius, but her voice is spectacular.
Depends where you're looking at on the stream. It could be me if Yazim's in the corner.
Toot, toot,
Good
toot,
response.
toot.
Ghana in Group H. So Group H is done. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. And now Canada's going into Group F. So that's pretty much it. We know who everyone has got for the World Cup group stages. So let me go through it all again. So Group A, it's Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Group B is England with Iran, USA. Do you want fries with that? And European playoff. Group C is Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Group D, it's France. IC playoff 1, which is New Zealand or Costa Rica, Denmark and Tunisia. Group E is Spain. IC playoff 2, which is United Arab Emirates, Australia, or Peru. So that's Spain. IC playoff 2, Germany, Japan. Which, to be honest, looking at it, I think Group E is the group of death. Looking at it, Group F, we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Group G is Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. And the final group, Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Quickly, you two, which one do you think is the group of death, which is probably the most difficult group on paper?
Group E.
Group E. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, Group E.
I'm just going to check now, but in terms of when England will play their matches, if I get this right...
About 6 months' time, isn't it? Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But then again, knowing us, it'd probably be our group, probably be England's group. Probably get knocked out. So let's go for England's group, shouldn't we?
So our first game is going to be on the 21st of November.
So 7 months then. No, 8 months.
8 months, yeah. So
It's a bit early.
So we are playing on the opening day of the World Cup, it looks like, looking at this.
Yeah.
And then we'll play... So we play the opening game against Iran. And then we'll play USA in our second game on the 25th of November. And then they play again on my birthday, yes, 29th of November. They'll play... Oh, that's amazing. So on my birthday, it could be England versus either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. So that I'm very excited about.
Is the final going to end up like the day before Christmas then?
18th of December.
No, a week before.
I was hoping it would be like the day before Christmas, because that'd be the best week of my life.
It would be the Christmas present of dreams, but it would also be the most miserable Christmas if it doesn't go to plan.
Yeah, what
that's
happens?
true. Yeah.
What happens if we get knocked out
Well,
in the final?
we go
I
home.
cry.
Yeah, we cry. Just basically, Adam, it's the same scenario of the Euro final, but
Yeah,
2.0.
imagine if we lost that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
at
it would be
Christmas,
painful.
Just imagine that.
That would be very painful. But anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there in just a moment because I'm sure Miranda and Adam want to get on with their lives after what's been a very long ceremony of a draw that didn't have to take that long. But I'll tell you what, first of all, Miranda, your thoughts on all the groups. What do you like to see in that?
I'm really excited about Group E. Some good matches there. I'll be looking forward to seeing us playing USA in the opening. That'll be a good match. It's been drawn quite evenly. There aren't that many groups where I feel like there are two clear winners straight away. So it should prove to be quite an interesting competition.
Adam?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the England-Iran game. I'm hoping that we acclimatise to the climate pretty quickly. Otherwise, I think we'll be in trouble with that game. But other than that, I think Group E will be the games to watch. We're going to be lots and lots of interesting matches there. And I'm also interested as to who will make the actual, England squad as well. But that's another, another session.
Let's just quickly go through our predictions that we put in. So I went for England, Mexico, South Korea, and then either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine. So I only got one right.
You still won.
I still got one, yeah. Miranda went with England, Croatia, Japan, Canada, so that was none of them. Thumbs down from Miranda. Adam, you said Wales, so anyone from the Wales. So actually, me and Adam got one, and that was it really. So actually, looking at Group A, Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. That means if we win or come second in that group, we play whoever comes first or second in Group A. So it looks as though Netherlands could be a date or Senegal could be a date for us if we got our predictions right now. So that'll be interesting. Brazil could play Portugal in the last 16. Belgium could play Spain or Germany in the last 16. So that'll be good. If you actually think about it, England actually might have an easier side of the draw than other teams do.
I honestly think everybody's really underplaying this, and I think England don't. I really, really think they need to be careful because they need to be. We thought about this last time, and we were so unprepared about everything in the way we went off to Brazil.
Yeah,
we were so unprepared about that. When we went up to these different heights.
In all fairness, that Brazil group, though, was hard. We had Uruguay, Italy, before we even played Costa Rica, let's not forget. And we were playing pretty much in Uruguay's back garden.
Yeah, but we're not prepared for this sort of heat.
No, that's true.
And Iran will be. USA will be more so than we are.
But at least Wales won't be.
At least Wales won't be. So let's hope Wales or Scotland get through. One of those two, and then we might have a guaranteed 3-pointer on the cards. So
who knows? Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there because I'm sure we all want to go to pubs after this.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything like taking my clothes off just because I said yay.
Just to clarify, Adam. Just to clarify.
I was looking then, don't worry.
What a draw it has been. Full of drama, full of clothes being taken off, all sorts. What a draw it's been. So staying on. But thanks. I'm making it worse. But anyway, my thanks to Miranda and Adam for keeping me company on the channel for the last 4 or 5 hours. Thanks to you lot at home for watching us. And so really, it's all settled. England have got Iran, USA, and potentially Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine in the World Cup this winter. So it all starts on November 21st, and then it finishes on December 18th on Sunday night, a week before Christmas. Christmas dreams can come true early enough, for England. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out in a few months' time. But anyway, if you haven't yet, do subscribe, give us a like, and yeah, we'd appreciate your support. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Good night.